In this video, we'll be going through a groundwork 102, flow. Like all of the GOATA groundwork, we start in the child rocker position, pressing the tops of the feet into the ground, toes together, heels away, hands underneath the shoulders, gripping the ground with the hands, corkscrewing the elbow pits forward, rocking forward and back. Now, because it's 102, we're going to lift the hands up off the ground, put all of that pressure through the posterior chain of the body, mostly in the hips and the lower back, the hamstrings, and we're going to let them cook and build endurance. Now for starters, we're going to stay right in the middle. And the further back you press your hips, you might start to notice the pressure starts to change. At any point, you can come up to a tall kneeling position or bring your butt back to your heels. Both are fine positions of rest, but you get out of it what you put into it. So I challenge you to challenge yourself. Now we're going to turn the chest, keep the hips underneath you, not dumping the hips out to the side, bringing the head over one of the knees, keeping your chest up, spine long. You start to feel one hip working more than the other. That's good. We'll switch sides. Of course, you can make this your own. Bring your hands down to the ground whenever you need to. Join back up whenever you can. Or pause the video and extend any of the holds. Try to maintain calm, even breathing throughout the exercise. Now start to rock side to side. Dipping down a bit in the middle. From the hips up, this is starting to look a bit like our run. As much as you can, try to press the tops of your feet into the ground. If not, you can also tuck the toes and stretch the bottoms of the feet a bit. We'll come back to a child rocker, toes tucked or untucked, whatever your body is asking for at this moment. Rocking back and forth, keeping the hands nice and active, pressing the ground away with the shoulders. Hands come back up. We're going to stay right in the center and rock up and down. And this video will also include some shoulder exercises that can be done in this position. Again, the shoulder exercises, if you just want to focus on the shoulders, can be done sitting back on your heels or in a tall standing position. We'll start by bringing the hands behind the ears, elbows together, and bringing the elbows apart, pulling the shoulder blades together at the top of the range of motion. letting the hips and low back cook. Those muscles are built for endurance. We just need to ask them to do it. You can sync this motion up with the breath, exhaling as the elbows come together, inhaling as they come apart. Bring the arms out wide. Turn the hands back. Start with little circles, going backwards. Turn the hands over, reverse the direction of your circles. Maintain a long, neutral spine. Nice, proud chest, eyes pointed forward. Hands come back down. Child rockers. Pressing the tops of the feet into the ground, gripping the ground with your hands. Elbow pits point forward. Pushing the ground away with your shoulders. This flow can be done as a standalone, combined with your own exercise program, or done in conjunction with the other GOATA flows and exercise videos that I have on my channel. Hands will come back up behind the head. Try to point your elbows back as far as you can. Keep your neck nice and relaxed. Then you're going to lift your hands up off your head, back down. Trying to keep that tension, trying to rotate. Keeping your elbows pointed in the same direction, just rotating your upper arm in your shoulder socket. The next time you lift your hands up off your head, begin to extend at the elbows, creating a big Y with the arms. And those elbows pointed back, pulled back. Neck nice and relaxed. Nice, even breathing. Next time your arms are extended, start to rotate the shoulders forward and back. Again, you can come up to a tall position or sit back on your heels to relieve some of the tension in the lower back. Or push yourself, really develop some endurance. Next up, bring the back of the hands to the small of the back. Press the elbows forward. Feel a stretch through the front of the shoulder. Breathe into the stretch. Slowing down the exhale. Bring the elbows back and forward. Inhaling as the elbows come back, exhaling, pushing the air out as you push the elbows forward. pull the elbows back and rotate around your elbow. Lift the hands off the small of your back. Trying to extend the end ranges that we have in the shoulder capsule. Start to extend at the elbow and flex, straightening the arm and bending the arm. And bring the hands back down. Let the lower back recover as we go through some child rockers. You can also rest in the bow hip stretch, placing knee behind knee, staggering the hands. Switching sides. Again, feel free to make the exercise your own, going where your body needs to go. Pausing the video as needed, repeating sections that you want to repeat. Bring the hands back up off the ground. Hands behind the head, and we'll bring one to the small of the back. Then we're going to extend both elbows, turn the arms over, and flip the position. Trying to keep your elbows pulled back. Staying at the end of your range of motion. Proud chest, eyes forward, spine long. And we'll make this a little bit smaller. One palm up. One palm down, and turn the head as you rotate the arms, wringing out the shoulders like a wet towel. We'll come back to good morning rockers as we begin to wind down this flow. If you feel the call to work on one hip or the other, and turn the chest and work on one hip or the other, or flow back and forth. Try to remember to press the tops of your feet into the ground as I remind myself to do the same. We'll finish up with child rockers. Elbow pits point forward, gripping the ground with the hands, pressing the ground away, and pulling the ground towards you with the hands. Pressing the tops of the feet in the ground as you press yourself forward. It can be challenging to coordinate If you can pull the ground together as you come back, using the muscles on the front of the hip to pull yourself in, and the back of the hip to press yourself out. Using the muscles under the arm to pull yourself forward, and the tops of the arm and the shoulder, press yourself back. We'll end by tucking the toes if your toes weren't already tucked. Pressing back, keeping the weight on the balls of your feet, heels up off the ground or very lightly touching the ground. And we'll come to a hip hinge, to squat, flow, pressing the hips up and back. Keep going as long as you feel called to. Make the exercises your own. Go with the flow. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for your time, your attention, and your energy.